As I take these steps, I think about whom I follow. All of the greatest names in world history, Cyrus of Persia, Alexander the Great, Mark Antony and Cleopatra, and millions of people that worked, lived, and loved in this beautiful city of Ephesus. This story is about a time when things were very chaotic. People in power caused a lot of problems, but there were also good moments when good things happen. It's a reminder that everything we do has consequences, and that sometimes the road to success is long and difficult. Sometimes people only learn one side of history, but the truth about why countries fought each other is often more complicated than historians tell us. We can learn the lessons from history if we remember we are all human. The things that drove people to make bad decisions were greed, envy, and jealousy. It allowed them to become hateful and careless. It's these traits that define the people that were on the wrong end of history. In 1863, John Turtle Wood started looking for the Temple of Artemis. The Austrian Archaeological Institute was set up in 1898. It is still very important to Ephesus. It has helped to discover this city. We are not so different from the people of the past. They experienced the same life stages that we do today. Being a child, young love, parenting, learning and working. What a powerful reminder that it is we share a human history. Life changed slowly back then, but it did change. Every 60 to 100 years, or maybe more often, someone new would take over the land and changed who ruled over it. Every ruler needs people to do different jobs. Farmers to grow food, bakers to bake the bread, carpenters and stonemasons to build things. All of these people are essential for a civilization to function. A settlement was found on Ayasalik Hill. This settlement was founded by the Bronze Age colonists in the 10th century. The city was later conquered and occupied by the Greeks in the 7th century BC. This is the goddess Nike, the goddess of victory. And right here on this statue in Ephesus, you see the logo for Nike. The city of Ephesus was invaded by the Cimmerians in 650 BC. The people of Ephesus rebelled and regained their freedom. After the revolt, Ephesus was ruled by a council. The Temple of Artemis was a very special place. It was built to show how much the people respected the goddess Artemis. She was the goddess of hunting, wild animals, and childbirth. She also protected young girls and women who were becoming adults. This was the third largest library in ancient times. One was in Pergamon, the other one was in Alexandria, Egypt. And there were over 12,000 manuscripts written on parchment and animal skins so that you could write on the front and the back of the animal skins. The Library of Celsus was a very fancy and ambitious project by Tiberius Julius Celsus, who was governor of Roman Asia Minor. His son oversaw the construction of the library in 125 AD. The library was built to hold nearly 12,000 scrolls. And it was designed to capture the beauty of the morning light from its east-facing orientation. The library is a reminder of how grand things were in ancient times. Eumenes II was the king of Pergamum. When he died in 133 BC, he left his kingdom to the Roman Republic. In 129, Ephesus became part of the kingdom of Pergamon, which was independent but part of territory controlled by Rome. After a short time being independent as a part of the kingdom of Pergamon, in 86 BC, Ephesus became part of Rome again. This meant the city was no longer independent and now would be connected to Rome for a very long time. Emperor Caesar Augustus was a very powerful man. He decided that Ephesus would be the center of power and culture in 27 BC. This ended Pergamon's time as the leader in Western Asia Minor. Gazing at the ancient ruins, it's easy to imagine a bygone era when the city was bursting with activity and power. This city was very large and had a lot of people, 250,000. That is almost as many people as Rome had, and it was headquarters for government and also a place where people could trade goods. This period in history made the city and its people very wealthy. The Ephesus Theater is an ancient building that was once used for cultural activities. It was huge and could hold up to 25,000 people. Imagine how plays and gladiator contests must have been experienced by the people. And in this ancient place, there is a hidden gladiator's graveyard. Ephesus was a very advanced city for its time. It had a complex aqueduct system that supplied baths with hot and cold running water. The system had 6 different sized pipes that sent water to multiple mill locations all over the city. One mill was even used for cutting marble. This shows how clever the people were in ancient times. We're here in one of the most important buildings in Ephesus, the men's bathroom. Here, 52 men could come in and use the facilities at the same time. It had running water underneath it. It was very sanitary. And not only would men come in here to do that business, but they would also come in to discuss politics, life, and culture with each other. And it was a place where business was done. Marble gets very cold when it's in shade, very hot when it's in summer. The slave owner would have a slave come in and sit here before the owner did his business so he could warm the marble up for his owner. They busted their ass for the man. What we're looking at here is the terrace houses where the wealthy people lived, the elite of Ephesus. And you see the type of opulence that they lived in. Frescoes on the wall, tiled floors. These floors were probably heated with hot water as well. In the ancient city of Ephesus, Roman opulence was on full display. Elite members of society enjoyed a lifestyle fit for royalty in the terrace houses that still stand today. Excavations indicate that the wealthy enjoyed a very grandiose lifestyle. These impressive dwellings were built on the side of a hill, and they were typically 2 to 3 stories high. The ground level of the houses held a courtyard, with the upper levels featuring a variety of rooms including living quarters, dining areas, and baths. The wealthy families who lived in the terrace houses were typically merchants or politicians. They enjoyed a luxurious lifestyle and ate a variety of foods such as fish, olives, bread. They drank wine imported from nearby vineyards. Slaves were part of the terrace houses. They helped take care of the household, as well as assisted with trade and other business activities. The wealthy families in the terrace houses gained their wealth through a variety of means. Many were involved in trade and commerce, as well as land ownership and other investments. They also benefited from the city's strong economy, which was based on the production of agriculture goods, trades, and building. John's Gospel was written in the year 100 AD in Ephesus. The book of Revelations mentions Ephesus as one of the 7 cities with a strong Christian community at the time. When the Christian crusaders, on their ancient mission, arrived at the place they thought should have been Ephesus, there was only a small village, and the people there had forgotten all about the Temple of Artemis. Ephesus had a long, tumultuous history. On a very fateful day in October of 1304, Sasha Bey, who was part of the influential Turkish realm, conquered it. The Church of St. John became a victim of their attacks, and many locals were displaced. Unfortunately, some did not survive the events of that day. After a tumultuous period of unrest, Ephesus was restored to the Ottoman Empire in 1425. Deprived of access to the trade routes of the Aegean Sea, its wealth rapidly declined. A peek into this civilization's past reveals an undeniable connection between man and his environment. Over the centuries, the people of this city have migrated up and away from its original lowlands to the sanctuary of the hills. Within just 100 years of the 15th century, it had been completely deserted. Ephesus was left to the ages. Please like and subscribe. Join us as we show you the world. These are my last looks.